Seniors, warning. These 5 popular alcoholic drinks are secretly wrecking your heart. Seniors, listen up. If you're over 60, every single drink you choose, whether it's a sparkling glass of champagne, a sweet sip of liqueur, a traditional shot of sake, a crisp cider, or even a medicinal herbal wine, has a direct and powerful impact on your heart. But what if I told you that some of the most cherished popular drinks among seniors, the ones you pour during celebrations, quiet evenings, or family rituals, are secretly wreaking havoc on the very organ that's been faithfully beating for decades, keeping you alive through every joy and challenge? As a cardiologist with years of experience, I've witnessed too many vibrant, life-loving older adults stroll into my clinic, confident in their health, only to leave with devastating diagnoses that blindsided them. Sky-high blood pressure, dangerous irregular heart rhythms, or the early terrifying signs of heart failure. These aren't the result of wild partying or reckless binge drinking. No, they stem from everyday habits, drinks that feel sophisticated, cultural, or even healing, but are quietly eroding your heart's strength, rhythm, and resilience. In this video, I'm issuing a heartfelt, urgent warning to seniors. You must stop drinking these 5 popular alcoholic beverages that are secretly wrecking your heart. I'm going to dive deep into why these drinks are so dangerous, how they affect your aging body in ways you might not even feel, and what you can swap them for to keep the joy in your life without risking your health. Stay with me until the end, because the first drink on this list might be one you're planning to pour tonight. Are you ready to protect your heart and live vibrantly for years to come? Let's get started. Before we dive into the list, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please hit that button and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a life-saving health tip crafted just for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments below to let me know you're with me. If there's something I could improve, type 0 to help me make content that serves you better. Now let's uncover the first drink on our list, one that sparkles with celebration but hides a dark, dangerous truth for your heart. Oh, is there anything more uplifting than a glass of champagne or sparkling wine? The delicate bubbles dancing in the flute, the crisp, refreshing taste, the joyous clink of glasses during a toast. It's the drink of weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and New Year's Eve. Many seniors cherish a flute of champagne at special occasions or a chilled glass of Prosecco on a warm Sunday afternoon, thinking it's light, elegant, and far less harmful than heavier spirits. After all, it's just a bubbly treat, right? But let me speak to you from the heart, as a cardiologist who's held the hands of patients blindsided by the damage those celebratory bubbles can inflict on an aging heart. Champagne and sparkling wine may feel like a festive indulgence, but after 60, they're a hidden, insidious threat to your cardiovascular system. Why? Because there's still alcohol, and your body doesn't process alcohol the way it did in your younger years. Your liver slows down, your heart becomes more fragile, and those bubbles? They're not just fun. They accelerate alcohol absorption into your bloodstream, causing rapid, dangerous spikes in blood pressure that can strain your heart in ways you don't even notice until it's too late. I've seen patients who sip just one glass of champagne at a family gathering, toasting to love or milestones, only to end up in the emergency room hours later with atrial fibrillation, a condition that triples your risk of stroke. Can you imagine the heartbreak of a joyful moment turning into a health crisis, all because of a single flute of bubbly? The carbonation in sparkling wine speeds up alcohol's effects, hitting your cardiovascular system harder and faster than you'd expect. Even a single glass can disrupt your heart's natural rhythm, especially if you're already managing high blood pressure, cholesterol, or other heart-related conditions. And let's not overlook the hidden sugars in many sparkling wines, which contribute to insulin resistance, weight gain, and elevated triglycerides, all silent enemies of an aging heart. If you're taking medications for diabetes, hypertension, or heart issues, the alcohol in champagne can interfere with their effectiveness, leaving your heart to bear the brunt of the load, working overtime when it should be at rest. I'm not here to dim the light of your celebrations. I'm here to ensure your heart keeps beating strong for every toast, every milestone, every moment of joy to come. Instead of champagne, why not try a sparkling water infused with a splash of fresh lemon, lime, or even a few crushed berries? It's just as festive, just as bubbly, and oh so kind to your heart, letting you celebrate without compromise. Are you ready to raise a glass to health instead of harm? But if you think the danger stops with sparkling wines, hold on tight, because the next drink is sweet, seductive, and far more dangerous than its cozy, comforting reputation suggests. Let's dive into the second drink on our list, one that feels like a warm hug but delivers a cold, crushing blow to your heart. Who can resist the allure of a sweet wine or liqueur? Picture it: a rich, velvety glass of port after a hearty dinner, a golden sip of sherry alongside dessert, or a creamy pour of Baileys over ice, savored slowly as the evening unwinds. These drinks are like a liquid treat, a moment of indulgence that wraps you in warmth, don't they? Many seniors, especially women, adore sweet wines and liqueurs for their smooth, sugary charm, believing they're a gentle, harmless way to relax at the end of the day. After all, it's just a small glass, right? But oh, let me pull back the curtain on this sweet deception. As a cardiologist, I've seen the devastating, heartbreaking toll these sugary sips take on aging hearts, and I'm pleading with you to hear me out. Sweet wines and liqueurs are a double-edged sword. They combine high alcohol content with a massive sugar overload, creating a perfect storm that wreaks havoc on your cardiovascular system after 60. Your body changes as you age, your pancreas struggles to regulate blood sugar, your arteries grow stiffer, and your heart becomes more vulnerable to inflammation. The enormous sugar content in drinks like port, sherry, amaretto, or Baileys spikes your blood glucose levels, fueling insulin resistance, packing on extra pounds, and driving up triglycerides, silent assassins that attack your heart from within. I've treated patients who savored a small glass of liqueur each night, convinced it was a harmless treat, only to discover years later that their uncontrolled blood pressure, skyrocketing cholesterol, and creeping heart damage were tied directly to this cozy habit. Can you afford to let a fleeting moment of sweetness steal years from your life? The alcohol in these drinks also disrupts your heart's rhythm, increasing the risk of atrial fibrillation, a condition that can lead to strokes or heart failure. And when consumed at night, as they often are, sweet wines and liqueurs sabotage your sleep, preventing the deep REM phase that allows your heart to repair and recharge. Poor sleep elevates cortisol, your stress hormone, piling even more strain on your already hardworking heart. If you're taking medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol, liqueurs can interact with them, reducing their effectiveness or triggering unpredictable side effects that force your heart to compensate. I'm not here to strip away the comfort of your evenings. I want your heart to feel strong, secure, and ready for every cozy moment to come. Instead of that sweet wine, try a warm mug of chamomile tea with a drizzle of honey. It's just as soothing, just as sweet, and a true friend to your heart, nurturing it rather than harming it. Are you ready to choose comfort that heals instead of hurts? But the dangers don't end with sugary sips. The next beverage carries the weight of tradition and culture, making it even harder to set aside, especially for those who cherish its deep roots. Let's uncover the third drink on our list, one that feels like a family heirloom but exacts a heavy toll on your heart. In many households, particularly those honoring East Asian traditions, a warm cup of rice wine or a delicate pour of sake during a family meal is more than just a drink. It's a bridge to heritage, a ritual that binds generations together. The subtle, fragrant aroma, the gentle warmth spreading through your body as you sip, it's like a loving embrace from your ancestors, isn't it? Many seniors treasure a small serving of rice wine or sake during gatherings, believing it's lighter than hard liquor and carries the blessing of cultural significance. Surely a drink so steeped in tradition can't be harmful, right? But as a cardiologist who's seen the quiet, devastating damage these cultural treasures can inflict on aging hearts, I'm urging you with all my heart to listen. Rice wine and sake, even with their lower alcohol content, are still alcohol, and after 60, your heart simply can't handle alcohol the way it once did. The machinery of your body, your liver, your arteries, your heart, slows with age, and those small meaningful sips add up to big dangerous risks. Sake and rice wine, often enjoyed during meals or festive occasions, cause your blood vessels to constrict, leading to sudden spikes in blood pressure that are particularly hazardous for seniors with stiffer arteries and a heart that's already working harder. I've had patients who drank just a small cup of sake at a family dinner, raising a toast to love and unity, only to end up in the hospital hours later with chest pain, shortness of breath, or irregular heartbeats that signaled atrial fibrillation. Can you imagine a cherished tradition turning into a health nightmare, stealing the very moments you hold dear? These drinks also contain natural sugars from the fermentation process, which contribute to elevated triglycerides and inflammation, further stressing your cardiovascular system and paving the way for heart disease. If you're on heart medications, the alcohol in sake can reduce their effectiveness, forcing your heart to pick up the slack and work overtime. And when sake is served warm, as it often is, it's even more inviting, tempting you to sip more than you planned, especially in the convivial atmosphere of a family gathering. I'm not here to erase the beauty of your heritage. I want you to live long enough to pass it on to your children and grandchildren, sharing stories and traditions for years to come. Instead of sake, why not try a warm cup of green tea or barley tea? It's just as meaningful, just as comforting, and supports your heart's health, letting you honor your roots without risking your future. Are you ready to toast to your health and your heritage with a wiser choice? But if you think cultural drinks mark the end of the dangers, brace yourself. The next beverage feels like a pure gift from nature, but it's hiding a bitter, harmful truth for your heart. Let's explore the fourth drink on our list, one that tastes like a harvest but harvests harm for your cardiovascular system. Is there anything more wholesome, more down-to-earth than a crisp glass of apple cider or a fruity fermented wine, like plum, pear, or berry wine, enjoyed on a warm summer day or a crisp autumn afternoon? The natural sweetness, the fresh from the orchard taste. It feels like drinking straight from nature's bounty, doesn't it? Many seniors adore these drinks for their refreshing, earthy charm, believing they're healthier because they're crafted from fruit, a gift from the earth itself. Surely something so natural can't hurt, right? But let me share a truth that hits like a thunderbolt. As a cardiologist who's seen these natural sips wreak havoc on aging hearts. Cider and fermented fruit wines are alcohol, and after 60, alcohol is no ally to your cardiovascular system. Your body's defenses weaken with age, your liver processes toxins more slowly, your arteries lose elasticity, your heart tires more easily. And these seemingly innocent drinks deliver a sneaky, devastating blow. The alcohol in cider and fruit wines causes your blood vessels to constrict, spiking your blood pressure and increasing the risk of arrhythmias, especially if you're already managing heart conditions like hypertension or high cholesterol. I've treated patients who enjoyed a weekly glass of cider, savoring its crisp taste, only to discover their silent hypertension and accumulating belly fat were quietly undermining their heart strength, setting the stage for serious complications. Can you risk a refreshing sip stealing your vitality, robbing you of the energy to enjoy life's simple pleasures? These drinks are also loaded with natural sugars from the fruit, and sometimes added sweeteners, that drive up triglycerides, promote insulin resistance, and inflame your arteries, all of which spell disaster for an aging heart. If you're on medications for diabetes, blood pressure, or heart health, the alcohol can interact, reducing their potency or causing side effects that force your heart to compensate, working harder when it deserves rest. And because these drinks taste so mild, so refreshing, it's easy to drink more than you realize, especially on a hot day at a picnic, or during a casual gathering with friends. I'm not here to take away your love for nature's gifts. I want your heart to beat strong for every season, every harvest, every moment spent in the beauty of the world. Instead of cider, try a glass of unsweetened fruit-infused water or a sparkling juice spritzer. It's just as refreshing, just as natural, but oh so gentle on your heart, letting you savor life without compromise. Are you ready to sip smarter for a healthier, longer future? But the final drink on our list is perhaps the most challenging to let go of, steeped in deep tradition and the belief in its healing powers, making it a beloved ritual for many. Let's uncover the fifth and final drink, one that feels like medicine but delivers a dangerous dose to your heart. In many cultures, particularly in Vietnamese and other Asian communities, a small shot of medicinal wine, infused with ginseng, snake, herbs, or other traditional ingredients, is seen as far more than a drink. It's a remedy, a sacred gift from ancestors believed to boost vitality, improve circulation, strengthen the body, and even extend life. The ritual of pouring a tiny cup, the earthy, potent aroma, the belief in its restorative powers. It feels like honoring your heritage, connecting with centuries of wisdom, doesn't it? Many seniors cling to a daily dose of medicinal wine, convinced it's fortifying their health, a small act of self-care rooted in tradition. Surely something passed down through generations can't be harmful, right? But as a cardiologist who's witnessed the silent, insidious toll these healing elixirs take on aging hearts. I'm pleading with you from the depths of my heart to hear me out. Medicinal wines and herbal infusions are alcohol. And after 60, alcohol is a poison your heart simply can't afford. Your body systems, your liver, your arteries, your heart, slow down with age, and even a small dose of these potent drinks exacts a heavy, dangerous price. The alcohol in medicinal wines causes rapid blood vessel constriction, spiking your blood pressure and disrupting your heart's rhythm, a risk that's especially severe for seniors with existing conditions like hypertension or heart disease. I've seen patients who drank a daily shot of ginseng wine, utterly convinced it was strengthening their body, only to face uncontrolled hypertension, liver damage, or irregular heartbeats that overburdened their heart, pushing it toward failure. Can you let a cherished tradition meant to heal cost you your health, stealing the years you deserve to spend with loved ones? The herbs or ingredients in these wines, often unmeasured and unregulated, can interact dangerously with medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol, amplifying risks or nullifying the benefits of your treatment. Ginseng, for example, can raise blood pressure in some people, while other herbs may thin your blood unpredictably, especially if you're on blood thinners. And because these drinks are seen as medicine, not alcohol, it's all too easy to justify daily use, turning a small ritual into a cumulative, life-threatening threat. I'm not here to dismiss the beauty or significance of your heritage. I want you to live long enough to share it with your children, your grandchildren, and beyond, passing down stories, wisdom, and love for generations. Instead of medicinal wine, why not try an herbal tea infused with ginseng, goji berries, or other traditional ingredients? It's just as meaningful, just as healing, and a true ally to your heart, supporting your health while honoring your roots. Are you ready to embrace your traditions with choices that secure a vibrant, healthy future? As a cardiologist, I see the same heartbreaking story unfold in my clinic day after day. Vibrant, life-loving seniors, full of energy and stories, unaware that their favorite drinks, champagne, sweet liqueurs, sake, cider, medicinal wines, are silently chipping away at their heart strength, setting the stage for devastating consequences. I've held hands in emergency rooms, comforted families who never saw it coming, all because of habits that seemed harmless, sophisticated, or even beneficial, until they weren't. Alcohol's damage is stealthy, creeping through your body with silent hypertension, erratic heartbeats, or a heart that can no longer keep up, striking with a stroke, a heart attack, or heart failure when you least expect it. But here's the hope that lights up my work. Your heart, even after 60, is a marvel capable of healing, of bouncing back, if you give it the care it deserves. It doesn't demand perfection, just attention, just small intentional changes that can add up to years of vitality, energy, and joy. Ask yourself this. Are you ready to start today? If you've made it this far, if your heart is stirring, if you feel a spark of determination, you're already on the path to a healthier future. This isn't about giving up the things that bring you joy. It's about gaining more time, more mornings filled with energy, more laughter with your loved ones, more strength to live life fully, vibrantly, authentically. Your heart has carried you through decades of triumphs, trials, love, and loss. It's time to repay it with kindness, with care, with choices that honor its incredible work. Choose one change today. Skip that drink tonight, sip water or tea instead. Talk openly with your doctor about your habits. Your future self will thank you, your family will thank you, and most of all, your heart will know it hasn't been forgotten. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share one lesson you've taken from this video, and one change you plan to make to protect your heart. Let's support each other on this journey to a thriving, healthy life. If you found this video valuable, please leave a 1 in the comments. If there's something I could do better, leave a 0 to guide me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more life-saving health tips tailored for you. Thank you for watching, and here's to living boldly, vibrantly, with a heart that beats strong and true for years to come.